Angola, Rwanda, Nigeria, Morocco, Tunisia, and Ghana.
A true born African.
Congolese Austria Society is a one-day annual IPHD meeting project in Austria or in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It brings together Austrian and Congolese investors, business people, sponsors, partners, diplomats, students and stakeholders with Friends of Austria and Friends of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Its aim is to promote bilateral and multilateral foreign relations in both countries for effective peace, security and development, for good business atmosphere, in scientific achievements, in economic performance, in sporting performance and in artistic achievements. The first edition of Austria-Congolese Society took place on August 30th, 2024 with a talk of Congolese ambassador to Germany, Mrs. RAMAZANI. It was held at the Diplomatic Academy in Vienna and organized by the IPHD. The Deputy Director of the Diplomatic Academy welcomed Mrs. RAMAZANI with warm words and introduced her briefly.
Excellency, Mr. Ndambe, dear ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies as well here in the public, a very well welcome here to the Diplomatic Academy in Vienna. It's a real pleasure for me to say also willkommen here in Wien. We are a very known institution here in Europe and I think in the world. We celebrate this year 270 years. It's an institution of dialogue and of academic training and professional, I would say, exchange in different areas of international affairs. And this is why I'm particularly happy also today that we have the opportunity to have such a distinguished speaker here today with the moderation of Mr. Ndambe to speak about the active diplomacy of the Democratic Republic of Congo. I would like to introduce shortly Ambassador Louise Nyanza RAMAZANI. She is a career diplomat and ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo to Germany since December last year, 2023. Previously, she was ambassador of the Republic of Congo to the Kingdom of Spain 4 years since 2018. And before that, she served as Consul General of the Democratic Republic of Congo in Antwerp. And I'm very honored that also the Belgian ambassador to Austria is here today in the public as well. Before that, she was a member of the Congolese delegation in the United Nations in New York in the Social Political Commission. And she has also experienced in Canada and was chargé d'affaires and head of the diplomatic mission in Ottawa. She has, let's say, really big interest also in the promotion of the rights of women and the fight against violence against women and children, and has and is the founder. Has founded a foundation called Masikini, which specializes in providing support for destitute and idle children. So fantastic that you can do this also in parallel of an intensive career as a diplomat and now posted in Berlin. I think you will have a lot to tell us about the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is a huge country. I mean, we have to imagine, we Austrian, we always say we are a middle-sized country. Just to give you a comparison, the size of the Democratic Republic of Congo is the size of Western Europe. It's enormous, it's really large, it's the largest country in the sub-Saharan Africa. And it has exceptional natural resources. from minerals such as cobalt and copper, hydropower potential, significant arable land, and you said this is really the treasure, is the arable land, immense biodiversity, and this world's second largest rainforest. So I would say a perfect, fantastic country. It has, but unfortunately, also a long history of conflict, of political upheaval, of instability, and also authoritarian rule that have led to grave ongoing humanitarian crisis. And in addition to that, it has been forced and there are a lot of displacement of populations. Unfortunately, the Democratic Republic of Congo is among the 5 poorest countries in the world. An estimate that 75% of Congolese people live less with $2 a day in 2023. And 1 of 6 people live in extreme poverty and in the sub-Saharan area, and 1 of 6 in the sub-Saharan area of these people live in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But there are also positive side, and also on the political side there have been elections. Ambassador, you will speak about it also, how the government now is dealing with all these challenges about this substantial displacement crisis that you have gone through, the humanitarian crisis. So really it's a big honor for us to welcome you here at the Diplomatic Academy, and to the participants here, I wish you really an interesting evening. Thank you.
Mr. Joshua Trust Ntambwe, as moderator, spoke introductory words and explained the purpose of the event before Her Excellency began her speech. She first spoke about her most important concern, which is to support women in the Democratic Republic of Congo. She spoke about the strength that women there show by, among other things, providing for the family's food and taking care of the children, who very often receive no or only insufficient education. She then spoke about the role and task of embassies and what diplomacy means. She also emphasized that everyone is welcome in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
To begin, I would like to say, in Austria, if you like to greet someone in Austria, you speak in Germany, one word which is called willkommen. Willkommen is in German language. So I would like to welcome you all here at the Austrian Congolese Society 2024 edition. Thank you. And in Austria, after that, if you go to Congo, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, if you like to welcome someone, there's a word which you say. One word you can say in Congo, you say karibu, or you say boyei malamu. These are the key words which can help you in Austria or in Congo to be kind to people. Thank you. And for this reason, I would like again, I welcome you to the Austrian Congolese Society 2024 edition. That's why I would like to welcome Her Excellency, Ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo in Berlin, to the speech now. You are welcome, Her Excellencies.
Dear sisters, dear mothers, dear grandmothers, dear wives, dear children, I'm speaking about women. We know that what you are suffering is really bad, and The wounds may never heal, but you should know that your value is defined by what you have suffered. You are stronger than you think. And although there has been suffering, life can still give you moments of light. Dear women in the east of the country, you deserve peace, you deserve a good life. Continue your fight with courage. Everything you do, every step is an act of resistance. It's proof that you are invincible. The world needs your force, your resilience, and the light you bring. No one should make this stop. We need eternal peace in the east of the DCR, our country. Thank you very much. I would like to thank you. Now back to active diplomacy. I am not done yet. This was just a short message for the women in the east of the DCR. We are here in Austria, but part of us is also there. Excellencies, dear colleagues, partners, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. It is my honor to speak to you tonight about a crucial subject, active diplomacy. In a world which is marked by challenges and geopolitical tensions, it is imperative that our diplomacy is not just reacting but also proactive, and that it follows a strategic approach. Today it's no longer sufficient to react to crises once they have erupted. Our diplomacy needs to anticipate and transform potential messages in the direction of peace and development. This means that we have to have a stronger presence in the international circles, not just by words but also followed by action for a more prosperous and peaceful world. Active diplomacy, Mr. Tambwe, that's quite something. It also means to listen to our peoples, to understand what they wish for, what they need, to work together for lasting solutions. This also implies having stronger partnerships with friendly countries such as Germany or other countries in Europe which have always supported us with manifold kinds of help. Dear guests, dear students, I hope there are students as well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to commend the Vienna School of International Studies for its remarkable work. This institution has become a pillar of education for diplomats, not just in Austria, but the world over. There are several foundations. Ms. Schubert told me that since it's been founded more than 100 years, the Vienna School of International Studies has created a stimulating and interesting program where international cooperation is not just taught but also lived on a daily basis. You have taught generations of diplomats which have brought their ideals and knowledge to the entire world. I would like to congratulate the teachers of this institution, and am hoping that the students of this institution will not just leave this institution with the knowledge they have acquired here, but also with the abilities to persist in our world. You are the guardians of international diplomacy. Thanks to what you are learning here, you will be able to defend a fairer and more just world. The Diplomatic Academy is doing an excellent job, and this is also a source of inspiration for all of us. I would like to thank you for that.
She mentioned the advantages of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which are its fertile agriculture, its mineral resources, which she deliberately did not focus on, and the cultural advantages of the DRC, especially sculpture, music, and dance. She emphasized, above all, the importance of communication and also that diplomatic relations should always be based on reciprocity. Afterward, questions could be asked, to which Mr. Joshua Trust Ntambwe gave an introductory speech. The questions were about social and economic projects, politics in the DRC, and questions about the establishment of a Congolese embassy in Austria. Mrs. RAMAZANI tried to answer all of these questions individually. She asked follow-up questions and let the audience share in her wealth of experience. She explained the difference between an honorary consulate, consulate general, and an embassy, as well as their respective tasks. Indeed, Congolese present at the event have the same desire and wishes: the official opening of the embassy of the Democratic Republic of Congo in Austria.
So thank you again, and a warm welcome to you once more. It was a great speech with a lot of insight into understanding the challenges that the economy of Congo faces. My question is that as Congo looks for the future, what steps are being taken to ensure that the women of Congo are at frontier, helping not only the economy, but also the society to make it a vibrant and a exemplary place in the continent of Africa. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me just say that the economy in the DCR, can you hear me? Yes. So the economy in the DCR, my country, is really based on women. I can't tell you about any large projects, but I can give you examples for very small projects. If you go to a market, you will see that it's the women who are there. Of course, there are men too, but if you have 1,000 people who sell products on the markets, it's mainly women. It's the women who do the main work, who gather the products from the fields, who collect the agricultural products, who then sell them and who make a living for their families. So it's really the women who bring the food home. So it's women who make the economy go round. And so today we have a president who's very dynamic, who loves his country and who wants to do more for women's side. Since 1960, we haven't ever had women prime ministers. Nowadays, we have a woman who's prime minister. We have a woman who's our foreign minister. It's the third one, and our vice prime minister is also a woman. We have women in embassies, we have women in parliament, we have a very young parliament. And I think it's really women who hold our economy, because women aren't so prone to corruption. Men are much too proud, so it's really women who do the main job. So it's women who have that important role. Thank you.
Madam Ambassador, when COVID came in, it gave me, I had to regroup because I didn't know what to do with my time. So I took quite a bit of my time and I learned about Africa. And because I was not born on the continent, of course my family come from there as to the country that I was born in as slaves, from there as slaves. So I studied a lot about Africa, and I learned that part of my heritage is Congo through DNA. And I really like the fact that you spoke about how women could make a huge impact on the country of Congo and with the children. Do you think that if other nations would just loose their grip on the Congo and let the Congo be in control and let the leaders really control that country, that it would make a huge impact, that if the Congo was in control of their own minerals and their own resources? Because from my reading and videos that I've watched, Congo people don't control those mineral resources. It's Europe and America and other countries. So do you feel that if this would change and the Congo was in control of their mineral resources, that women could do make a greater impact on this country?
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup, madame. Je suis autant contente.
Thank you for this question. It's very good to hear that your DNA is Congolese and that you have your ancestors in my country. We are a very welcoming country, and I can say that you already have a visa for our country. If you have your DNA that is Congolese, then our doors are open. Now, speaking of COVID, COVID has helped us to learn a lot. Everything was closed, and so we had the ability to read a lot, to learn a lot, and it also helped you, as you said. And of course, I cannot speak for all of Africa, but if COVID had hit Africa stronger and even harder, then that would have been a disaster. So it's difficult because we don't have the medical resources, we don't have the hospitals. So it's really been incredible because COVID hasn't hit us that hard. When COVID broke, I was in Spain and it was terrible. It was horrible. We had to rent out a room for all the people who had died. So it was really a terrible time. Speaking about the mining industry, I don't want to speak too much about that because the main source of income for Congo is really agriculture. We have a very fertile territory. Tomatoes, they really grow well. So that's our minerals, really. Diamonds, gold, manganese, and so on. Those are minerals that really bring problems and not much else. We are a very welcoming country where maybe children don't have shoes, but they're happy. I've lived a bit everywhere in the world, in Belgium, other countries, and when I go back to Kinshasa, I'm happy. Now for minerals, I think we don't really have a big future before us. I don't want to enter into too many details about that. I think we should really focus on agriculture, and that will help us develop.
Oui, nous sommes là ce soir.
We are here today to speak about active diplomacy. Active diplomacy needs open partnerships that are win-win partnerships, as we say. Since the presidential tenure of Felix Tshisekedi started, we've had many hypocritical developments. We have had partnerships which really did not work out. And countries that supposedly support us even support the countries that attack us. So what will the DCR say about these hypocritical partners which do not help the DCR but actually stab our country in the back? These are privileged partners, but there are no privileges, really. It's quite the contrary. So what is the position of our country with regard to these hypocritical partners?
Merci beaucoup, mon frère.
Thank you. You have not mentioned any specific partners. You just mentioned partnerships in general, and I will not name names either. I think our president, Felix, we cannot speak about his first mandate, so we're not going to talk about that. It was a difficult time. But it's very important that there be elections so that he can be confirmed. And he has been elected in a universal suffrage. So he is elected. He is a dynamic president who loves his country. And as you know, he promised that he would work for health, education, and partnerships. He said he will not rest. He will work every day to find true friends who will lead us to have partnerships that will really be win-win. He is working for that. But of course, it's up to us to support him. You are here in Austria. You have gathered some expertise here in Austria. You have to go back and bring back what you have learned. The doors are open. You're welcome there. So we need your experience so that our government can also be helped in their endeavors. I've been to Canada, I've been to Belgium, to Spain. I'm here today. You know, we always organize meetings or events, maybe every 2 or 3 months to assess what is working and what isn't. And I then go back to Kinshasa with the outcome of these meetings, with the assessment of what we did. So our president is working for these win-win partnerships. And that's why some things are simply not negotiable. If I did not reply to all your questions, please do let me know. Are you happy with the reply? Everyone can.
I thank you, and Her Excellencies was having very good answer. I'm really happy, and thank every one of us to this people for coming tonight. And what I would like to say in FME, IFME International Forderung menschliche Entwicklung, we always, when I listened to all the questions, it was only surrounding looking for the good, for the well of human being. All we like in international promoting human development, we like, if I like to go to Mumbai, to Dubai, to Asia, to, I don't know, to US, to have life like the same thing I may have here. This is our vision. Somehow it's a dream which cannot be achieved. But we dream that in IPHD, that we like to see every human being everywhere in a good conditions. Thank you very much. And for this, we are going to finish. And everyone is invited for something which we have prepared, is typical African, special Congolese food with Austrian food, as we are in the project about Austria and Congolese society. It means about Austria and Congolese food. Everyone is invited except nobody. Thank you.
Afterward, there was a delicious buffet, during which the guests had plenty of time to exchange ideas and make further contacts.